Welcome to the pod of Fatal Frame 4. This time, we're playing as our final playable character, Choshiro, who is the only male in this game. Hopefully it doesn't suck as hard as K did in Fatal Frame 3, but right now we have to see and, hope to God he's not like fucking K. Here's a notebook. Missing girls found safely. Late last night, 5 girls who went missing 2 weeks ago were found and taken into protective custody. This was in a newspaper clipping that was inside. The girls were identified as followed: Misaki Asao, Mary Shinomiya, Madoka Tsukimori, Tomoe Nanamura, and Ruka Yomosuke, all age 7. This incident occurred at the same day as the Regetsu Kakura dance. In a series of mysterious incidents, the girls' appearances had attracted some attention. They were placed in protective custody yesterday at 11 p.m. at Amakore Bay Police Station. Officer Choshiro Kirishima found the 5 girls on the premises of Haibara Hospital, and their identities were confirmed. The police are pursuing personnel at Haibara Hospital as material witnesses in the kidnapping of the group of girls. Well then, so this is our detective character. And yeah, he has a handbook so he can, go through and look through all the notes he makes, which I'm probably not gonna do at all. And there's a tape here, a tape recorder. It's a Kirishima Investigation Record 1. Alright. And there's the scene, the Forgotten Day. So, Choshiro is going to be very interesting.
あの時神隠しにあったルカたちをこの病院の地下で見つけた。それで全てが終わったと思っていた。だがあの時の5人のうち2人が死んだ。事件は終わっていないのか。
I guess the investigation's haunting this guy. That kind of sucks. And we have this tape now, and we obviously gotta look through every single tape we get because it's audio. So let's go ahead and play this one, shall we?
9月16日、老月島到着。灰原が手配されてから2ヶ月が経った。依然行方は分かってない。明日行われる老月神楽はこの島出身の者にとって特別な意味を持つ祭りだという情報にかけてみる。灰原がこの島に渡ったという証言はまだ取れず、本部は動かない。東京での捜索を進めている。しかし灰原はこの島にいるような気がする。これは俺の勘だが、冷酷なやつほど窮地に立つと何かにすがりたがるものだ。
I'm sure we'll find more of these records as we go on through the game, but right now, let us move on forward to that building, because someone did go in there, and we need to follow him right now. And now it's time to get introduced to the Spirit Stone flashlight, which is the third and final quote-unquote camera. It will soothe spirits using the light radiated from Spirit Stones. So, all we gotta do is aim it, charge it up by holding the A button, and then release it to fire. And if we do that constantly, then essentially it's going to cause a combo effect. So, obviously you want to do this. And the thing is, we want to get that radius as big as possible every time. What we also want to do is we want to go ahead and make sure that we get as close as we can to the enemies without them attacking us in order to do a lot of damage. The closer they are, the more damage is dealt. Now, there is one issue. You might be able to see it. It's at the bottom right. Every time we fire, we end up wasting energy. Also, they're now blooming. Fuck. So, when an enemy blooms, they're a lot more difficult to deal with. They're a lot more stronger and faster and dangerous. They can easily fucking kill us real quickly. So you want to avoid them. However, as long as we keep attacking with charged shots, it should be fine. But I'm now literally low on energy. So I have to leave out of my fucking, first aim view to get some energy back. And there you go. And there you go. That was our first time seeing an enemy bloom. And that's what it looks like, honestly. Their face starts getting distorted, and they start having an aura around them. And yes, they do get faster and more dangerous. We also have the develop lens and the switch function. The switch function will allow us to switch lens on the fly, which I never got working. And the develop lens allows us to do non-harmful shots, so it won't waste our energy. Regarding Luna's Sadata syndrome patients, please take notes on the nighttime wandering habit of patients. Contact me today to confirm the suspected are no interferences of her treatment process. On the night of the full moon, close and bar the doors. I also request a strengthening of patrol around the wards. Thank you. So, Luna's Sadata syndrome. That's going to be something new for us to deal with, huh? There's some stuff to look around for as well. For instance, around here is medicine. Thank God he gets medicine, because last chapter we got no fucking medicine the entire time. Which means that we're dealing with a lot of fights. This character here, Choshiro, with his flashlight, it's just gonna be a lot of fighting. It's gonna be kind of Alan Wake-ish because we're fighting with a flashlight, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And if we do get low energy, we've got to make sure that, for the most part, we just get out of our aim and just wait for it to refill. Also, we can get points for chaining, we can have a capacity, a charge thing, and also power. We want to deal more damage, and luckily, this has the lowest amount we can upgrade for power. So, I'm going to do that for Choshiro, because we want to make sure this fucking, torch has a lot of damage to it for now. I'm only going to upgrade the power twice, though, for the entire game. I don't think I need to power it up any more than that. I think we're fine with just 2 power there. But, yeah, we also have the ability to see the ghosts' hit points. We can see their health, and we're going to need that if we're going to know how much damage we're dealing with this fucking thing. But, yeah, it's Hato Aso's invention. It uses light stored in spirit stones. So the same shit that's used in the Camera Obscura, essentially. Now, I did notice there were, 2 things I took note on with things that were popping up. There was one here that I believe is the red stones. Yep, red crystals. And there was another thing that was around, but I believe it's inside that building that we can't access yet. So, yeah, I can't do much else around here. What I can do is go over this way and trigger a cutscene that we have to watch now.
あの時このエレベーターで地下の隠された場所に降りた。ルカたちを見つけた場所。もし灰原がまだこの島に潜んでいるとしたら。
あなたも病気なの
Okay then. Well, I'll have a look around these little areas first before we go up the stairs, which I decided to take a whole minute on because I want to look around to see if I missed anything, which I didn't. But these two doors here are locked, and obviously we need to unlock them and get a key. So we gotta look around for keys. Just looking around for any spots that stuff might be in. Which, I don't know if you've noticed yet with that, but you're gonna notice in this part, there's gonna be items around the levels where the game just doesn't like me looking at, like, just anywhere. It wants me to look at a specific spot before it actually shows up. It's very fucking picky. In fact, the walkthrough literally says to wait there for a few seconds for it to appear sometimes. So, yeah, it's kind of shitty what this game's doing with the items. And considering the items usually involve, you know, the upgrade stuff, that's fucky. That's really fucky. Anyway, around here, to my left, happens to be another pickup. See? And this pickup is, of course, more blue crystals. So gotta slowly grab it. I'm kidding, it's one blue crystal. It's not even worth grabbing. Anyway, there's this door here and this door over here. If I go for this door over here, I can't open it. It just doesn't want to open at all. But if we go over to this door instead, we get this little scene which I will not get louder for. Well, someone's upset. I can look around here in these hallways, another door there, but I can't open it. And there's like a hallway here that doesn't have anything over there with, as well as a boarded up door that has its doorknob removed at the floor. Nice. I'm glad that's around. But yeah, we have to go inside this door right now, which is open for us. And inside, as the game just decides to, you know, lag it a little bit, and my computer decides to freeze up here. I jump cut at that, don't worry. Inside of here are a few things. Some of them are not appearing. Like there's this one right there. This is blue crystals. Just kidding, it's one again. And then there's another thing that's appeared. Despite me looking around, you can see I'm looking around with my flashlight a good bit. But now this has appeared. And this is a chart. Name Asaki Hizuki, age 6, room Haibara Hospital, 2nd floor. From the typical behavior of being fond of mirrors and the reported symptoms of memory impairment she has diagnosed is Luna Sadata syndrome. The degree of the condition is severe. Oh no. I wonder what's going to happen with Asagi. Under the instructions of Director Haibara, there are plans to perform a surgical procedure next week. The surgery for Luna Sadata syndrome has been performed twice on other severe patients, but no conclusion has been reached as to its effectiveness. As an early treatment method of the Luna Sadata syndrome, the surgery will be performed regardless. Details will be recorded in the report at a later date. Please ensure confidentiality of the above information for the sake of the patient and her family. So, yeah. Fucking surgery for this thing. That's quite something. Oh, and there was something here too. Yeah, you can kind of see that the whole flashlight thing's a little iffy. Anyway, it's an assistant's note. My achievements studying cranial nerves were finally recognized, and I was appointed assistant to Dr. Haibara at Haibara Hospital on Regetsu Island. Dr. Haibara is the leading researcher on Luna Sadata syndrome, a leading researcher, which is a memory loss condition particular to this island. So I'm looking at it with preview quality from my end. As far as I can learn from the available materials, the Luna Sadata syndrome is a mental disorder, consisting of memory defects and other symptoms such as sleepwalking. But many things about it are still shrouded in mystery. Why is it only to this island? What causes it? These questions are still to be discovered. Dr. Haibara's approach to Luna Sadata syndrome is unique, and many of his treatments are unprecedented. Among his original methods is music therapy that makes use of a so-called Luna melody, which I feel will cause a stir in the world of psychoanalysis. What's truly fascinating is how this research does not only lead to a method of treating mental illness, but also advances the theory that memories can influence the soul. To have Dr. Haibara is surely a valuable experience I will never could have had on the mainland. So, yeah, this person came in working for Haibara and is learning a lot about the weirdness of this condition and the treatments before it. And also, my computer's starting to freeze up this little bit here for no reason. But as I go inside, I am going to have to make sure that I, you know, put on that lens that we got beforehand. No, that's not the right one. It's equip. Okay, here we go. So this was the non-damaging photographs one. So let's just go ahead and use it here, because there's a ghost here. See? The thing is, you can take pictures like that without the fucking lens. Yeah, it will waste a little bit of your energy, but you can just get it back instantly anyway. So, yeah, the lens is very useless. You don't have to upgrade it at all. It's completely, fully upgraded from the get-go. So, thanks, game. Anyway, there's this thing here, which is a, I believe, a photo diary? Picture diary. The day before yesterday, I did the surgery. There was a person who got worse after they had the surgery done, so at first I refused. I said no. But the doctor said it's okay. Since the operation, my brain has turned red. It hurt so much I couldn't stand it. Afterwards, my hair was gone. Blood flows along with the tears. Aww. But don't worry, it's okay. My head is now red, and it seems to be melting. My head is now red, and it seems to be melting. It's okay if it melts. It's not. Anyway. Spooks. In Japanese that is not translated, I'm afraid. But hey, there's a thing here I was looking at and didn't give me anything, but now it is giving me something. That something happens to be me getting some blue crystals, even though the A button seems to be acting all weird on me for some reason there. Oh, it's red crystals, never mind. I always get 5 red crystals. Like, we're just gonna have to use it on lens eventually, because we're just getting a lot of these fucking things now compared to blue crystals. Oh, by the way, nothing else around here except to go down this way and through these curtains here, which if you touch the curtains, animation plays, and then you can't even move until the animation is done. It's annoying. Doors were dull here. I'm gonna show you how you shoot this fucking dolls with a flashlight, because you don't need the lens, but you do need to be close enough, and I'm not close enough despite the fact that the distance you have with the flashlight is actually pretty big. See? Didn't work. I'm too far away from it. If I go a little bit closer like this, now it works. So you still need to be pretty close to get the dolls, but anything else you can be a good far distance away from and you'll still get them. It's kind of weird how that works. But yeah, we don't need the fucking lens at all, really. We can take all these pictures without it. It still uses energy anyway, so I was wrong. Anyway, inside of here, in this hallway, is a ghost. I tried to switch the lens here, because I don't know how to really switch lens instantly with the function we have. But, you know, I pressed the wrong button a bunch, and, you know, I fucked up a little bit. But hey, he's still there. And the radius for that is pretty big, so luckily I can grab him no problem there. So, also, I'll take more pictures if I want, but yeah, you can see that the energy is being wasted with every shot I make. So, yeah, not really good, huh? And yeah, to refill your energy, you get out of the viewfinder mode, and then it starts refilling up. So you do need to get out of your aim mode, and then just, like, run around and wait for it to refill. Anyway, inside this thing is a flat iron key, which is nice. We'll be needing that. It's for the surgery prep room. And the map for the entire hospital. Well, that's useful. And that, I believe, opens up the entire map for us, so we can see where every room is. Yeah, even every floor for it, too, apparently. That's amazing. So, yeah, we can now just go back over to the surgery prep room and explore it now. However, it's not going to be that easy. As soon as we start to enter back into this room here, it's time for a ghost fight. Every ghost fight is going to be like this. There you go. So yeah, just get as close as you can without getting attacked. Charge it up all the way, and then let go, and you'll deal like 1,000 damage sometimes. It's intense how fucking strong this flashlight can be, but it's risky, and you can't, you know, auto-aim. It's all manual. So that sucks. Also, I kept getting my aim wrong. He's right there, like he's right behind me, and I missed my chance. So that sucks. I was being stupid there, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, onwards and upwards, or really downwards, so I have to go back down in order to go to that door. This entire upstairs area is pretty much done for the most part right now. But as I go downstairs, this will happen. Take a picture. There you go. We're gonna get a lot of points with this guy, really. Like, he's gonna get a lot of fucking points. And hey, a phone call. Let's see what the ghosts have to say this time. Well, that was both confusing and spooky. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and save right now because the next bits here are going to involve a lot of fighting. Because Choshiro here is... he's the most fighty so far of all these playable characters from where I am right now. Like, I haven't fought as many ghosts in this game so far as I have with Choshiro here. You're gonna see how fighty his chapter is here, and I'm guessing every chapter with him. But first of all, going forward from here, there's a thing I can pick up. What could it be? Could it be some more blue crystals? Maybe red crystals instead. It's blue crystals, 5 of them. Thank fuck, 5 of them. I don't know why they keep giving me 1 when they should be giving me 5, but whatever. And inside of here, there happens to be some medicine. And also, there are these lockers where if you interact with one of them, it starts shaking like fucking mad. Watch. And the other one gives us something. Alright, a magazine. Darkness closes in on case of mysterious appearances. It's been half a year since the islanders have occurred on Regetsu Island. The case have closed and fallen into oblivion, but when we ourselves went out to investigate a history of darkness emerged that could be the key to solving this mystery. Okay. Mysterious disease, Lunar Sadata syndrome. We first turn our attention to a strange illness called Lunar Sadata syndrome that only exists on this island. Going to a medical specialist, we learned that it is a sign of memory loss characterized by symptoms such as sleepwalking and dancing if it's possessed. Oh no. Second, coming up the disaster etched into the island's history. According to folklorists familiar with the island's history, this syndrome has been feared on the island as a contagious disease since ancient times. Furthermore, there is a long tradition of large numbers of islanders being spirited away. Ooh, how spooky. A group case of Lunar Sadata syndrome? What if, for whatever reason, the syndrome would have spread among a large group? The island is fully surrounded by the sea, so it's not able to imagine what would happen to a person wandering around robbed of his senses. What else? Tourism about the curse. An unusual festival, the Regetsu Kakura, is to form the island to soothe the ghosts of those who have been spirited away. I can read the rest of that easily. At the time of the incident, concerns were voiced about efforts to draw on tourists for the Kakura. Death of the last witness? The last survivor, a girl, took... wait for it, her last breath at the hospital some days ago. What if the girl who keep muttering mutter on her deathbed see? Only Regetsu knows the answer on that island. Now the answer remains shrouded in mystery. Hope you enjoyed that reading. There's gonna be a lot more long as fuck readings like that. Seriously, 6 pages? What the fuck? red crystals, by the way. So yeah, this fucking chapter, at least maybe 1/3 of the chapter is going to be a lot of reading. I'm not going to like it as much as you are not going to like it, because I gotta read through so much shit, so get ready for my mouth to go shitty. Oh hey, another thing to take a picture of. Got him. Take a picture of her? No? Okay. Well, moving on from here, there is something I have to go and collect before I go and interact with this table here. But, again, the hit spots are kind of weird. You can see me, you know, going around this little area there, and nothing's showing up. But after, like, 40 seconds looking around here, eventually it finally shows up. See? You can kind of see there's a bit of an issue here with just finding stuff, you know? And what is it? Is it a blue crystal? It's a blue crystal. That's all I get for fucking almost a minute of looking around. Anyway, I have to go around to the other side of the table. Not that side, the other side. And then start interacting with it in order for a cutscene to trigger, which will lead into a ghost fight. Now, it's little girls, so the fight might be a bit of a difficult thing to deal with, but don't worry, just keep shooting, you'll eventually be done, because it's a long radius. Your flashlight will handle shit. Hopefully you could hear me against a very loud sound there. Anyway, I said no, but he doesn't listen. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts! Doctor will do surgery again tomorrow. I don't want the surgery. Stupid surgery, more surgery tomorrow. I hate the surgery. It hurts. Stupid surgery. It hurts. It hurts. The surgery hurts. It hurts! It hurts. So much fun. It hurts. The fun much hurts. The surgery is fun. It hurts. The surgery fun. It hurts. Fun. Hurts. Hurts. So yeah, as you can tell, very traumatized child for sure. Anyway, there's something else on here. Let's go ahead and grab that, shall we? A death certificate. Oh, great! Patient's name is Asagi Hazuki, age 6, confirmed time of death, 23 a.m. Circumstances of death, symptoms rapidly deteriorated during a second post-op surgery for the lunar Sadata syndrome treatment. At midnight, she suddenly entered a state of confusion. Doctor provided first aid sedation. It didn't work, did it? But it proved ineffectual. She died shortly thereafter. Cause of death unknown. Thought to be from rapid worsening of the illness, accompanied by a general physical frailty. I fucking suck at that word. Anyway, she died. And off goes the doc. So, that was something. And now we get the fuck out of here and go over to where that doctor just went. Open it, please. Thank you. Alright, so inside of here there'll be a ghost, and as I get near this area, the game is going to kick me out of this viewpoint. I don't know why, but it does. See? But there it is. Alright, so yeah, over here is something I have to look at right now. It'll trigger a scene soon, but right now let's go ahead and... Can I please just pick it up? Thank you. I hate the 180 so much. Okay, about the dance. Every 10 years in Regetsu on October, a ritual called the Regetsu Kakura dance is performed. Alright. Its exact origin is unknown, but the festival has been passed down by the people of Regetsu on expressing interaction with the dead, a tradition with the intention of remembering the deceased. The masked Usuwa, the vessel, who is the central dancer in the 5 shrine maiden girls called Kanade, the instrumentalists, play music throughout the whole night of fantastic Kakura dancing. Each member of the audience observing the Kakura dance wears a mask and holds a candle in their hands. Make sure I can catch up with all this, I'm fucking up a lot. So that's interesting how the dance works. For a long time, the festival was shrouded in a veil of secrecy, but as of 30 years ago, it's been open to visitors and tourists. This festival occurs once every decade. It's very important to the islanders, and it's said that any islanders that have gone far away from the island always return on the day of the Kakura. Huh. I wonder what our guy thinks about all of this right now.
灰原は祭りの日にこの島に帰っていたのか。 神楽はこの島の人間にとって大切なもの。 今日も祭りの日か。この島から人が消えてなければ。
I like how the music just fucking dies right there for no good reason. It just ends. Anyway, there's something else over here. More notes. At Haibara Hospital, I have the chance to actually observe patient Luna Sadata syndrome. This is my first time seeing patients with the disease face to face. There's something very unsettling about this disease, but I can't quite tell what it is. I wonder what. With Luna Sadata syndrome, a patient's memory and self-awareness deteriorate in such a manner that their whole personality breaks down. Ultimately, all of the patient's memories are forgotten. They become unable to do anything and die. Before that stage of the disease, most patients choose some other more natural form of death. The patient is gradually broken, like being drunk on this terrible disease, and you can see their body tremble. Oh no. I wonder what else happens here. Even Dr. Haibara himself thinks that the Luna Sadata syndrome endemic is a unique disease, cannot quite grasp the decisive treatment. Doctor's treatments focus on surgery and folk remedies, confronting this disease with many different cures. Tomorrow I plan on researching these treatments in more detail. I'm sure it goes very well. And then what's got a small iron key, which we're going to need for this door right over here. However, there's one thing I can go ahead and grab right now, and it's right behind me on this metal thing here. And something fell, and I didn't know what it was. Anyway, this I believe is red crystals. Yeah. Always 5. I believe we have like 40 of these now. I could be using them on a lens, but I'm going to keep hold of them until I get a really good lens that I'm actually going to use. Because right now, I'm not getting anything I actually do want to use that badly. Oh my god, you want me any fucking slower? Okay, the music's changed now. I think something's about to happen. If it's you jumping in the shit out of me, then yeah, I did see it. Anyway, this is the assistant, and he has a move that we're not going to see him in this fight at least. But we'll see him again soon. And what he's holding there is his weapon. We're going to see what he is capable of that fucking thing soon. But right now, he drops this. I am the official at Haibara Hospital. This is my disposition about the kidnapping incident that occurred some days ago. From the well outside the hospital, I heard an echo of a child's voice. At first, I thought I was hearing things, imagining it. Then I began to hear the voice more and more clearly. Oh no. Okay, here we go. There's a lot more to read. Gotta be ready for it. A tearful voice and a different, hollow, moaning voice. It's those children. The children were kidnapped. I can't stand this anymore. I can't. Hurry before it's too late. Even as I write this, those children are being destroyed. Please investigate the hospital as soon as possible. Thank you. So, yeah, kids were kidnapped here and just experimented on, I guess. And it's really fucked up. And they were put in wells and all of that. That's great. Anyway, as I go out of this area, we're about to, I believe, head into another fight. And it's going to be right up this hallway here. Just get past these shitty curtains. And come on. There you go. It's 2 ghosts. So, I'm going to try to attack them. It's going to go about as well as you think it is. Yeah, I didn't see that one until just way later. We only have one to worry about, I think. Yeah. So, shoot. Oh, wait. There's one more. Kill her. And get rid of the little girl, too. Shit. There we go. So, yeah. Now, as I go into this door, a cutscene's about to play, and, it's basically going to tell us where to go next, essentially, after we unlock this door, of course.
Haibara! 他に道は
Just gonna say it, Haibara might be a fucking dickhead. Oh, and the phone's gone off. The wolf wants you to go and save right before answering this, but we're gonna answer it right now anyway.
あの手紙はもう読んでいただけたでしょうか。私は聞いたのです。井戸からかすかにあの声が。あの子たちはおそらくこの病院の地下にいます。これ以上は私も。
And then we fight two ghosts again. This time it's that fucking nurse again and a person with a mask. I believe this person is holding something too, but I can't quite see it. I think it's a spear? Anyway, just keep shooting at them and eventually it'll be good to go. One more shot for her, and that's it. I'm out of fucking energy now, so yeah. But there you go. And now I'm going to save. So you can kind of see what I mean when I said beforehand that Choshiro's chapter here is a lot more ghost fight heavy than every other fucking playable character so far. Like, this was a lot of fighting for just like one little section there. There's another fight up ahead in this part, by the way, but right now we are, you know, not gonna worry about that for a little bit at least. Right now, though, we can now go inside this room here with that key we just used, and inside are a few beds, as well as a table, which the table has something for us to read. Great! More reading! I love that shit. Also a tape. But it's the reading we gotta worry about. In minor cases, Luna Sadata, fragmentary memory loss and memory behavior similar to sleepwalking can be observed. Characteristically, the symptoms vary from the waxing and waning of the moon. Yep, the moon's back in again. When the moon is full, the patient's condition is stable, but there is a tendency to go outside and see the moonlight. Around the new moon, the patient gets more unstable and increasingly frightened. Once, Luna Sadata was called moonwalking or haunted walking, which seems to be derived from that behavior. In severe cases, the patient loses almost all memory, but remains attached to the moonlight and seeks out windowsills and rooftops. Then the patient bathes in the moonlight. More lucid patients get the feeling as momentarily regain something they've lost. A person who has lost memory will always look up to the moon. Such an odd symptom can surely happen in the psychologically disturbed individual, but there is no explanation why a group of people will display the same symptoms. Since it's a peculiarity of the Regetsu Island's cultural sphere, there must be a relationship to its beliefs and customs. And we have the tape now, so I'm going to shut the fuck up and rest up a little bit before we continue on forward with the more fucking talking after we see this interview with Aiba Takashi.
テープ回りました。どうですか、気分の方は。顔が自分のものじゃないんです。違うんです。これは。それはどういう？鏡を見ていると時々。いえ、わかりません。もう見たくない。だから目を薬の量を増やしましょうか。もう見たくないんです。妹だってそう言ってました。違う。安心してください。必ず解放に向かいます。
So that was Takashi Aiba, and yeah. We already know the other Aiba at this point. Iori, I believe. But right now, we have two locations to go for, and this is our first location, this door on the right. Which, if we go inside of, we'll be able to end up finding the other side of this room here. And also a ghost. Which the game is not going to let me just go down from, huh? There we go. Alright, it's a nurse. And fucking 180s. There is some stuff here, though. We'll be needing it. One of them is medicine. And the other thing is water. We'll be needing those. There's also a key item in here. And it's right over here in this basket. Right by where the ghost was. A waning moon card. So it's a wooden token, but it's obviously a key item for a puzzle, so we'll need that. There's also a doll that I can take a picture of, but honestly, I'm not gonna take any more pictures of dolls. I think we're good there for the rest of the game. I just do not fucking care about these things now. Anyway, inside this room here, on the other side, this door, we'll be able to find some more stuff. One of these stuff's gonna be, I believe, to my left. Ghost. Yep. Take a picture, please. He's not gonna turn. I have to turn myself. Okay, now I continue on forward, and then this shit happens. Okay, who's answering that? No one? Just me? Fine. Well, first of all, there's a thing I can pick up over here, and you can guess where this is leading. That's right! More fucking reading for Sida's notes! 7 of them! Daily treatment of Luna's Sadata syndrome continues. While we are making progress with Dr. Haibara's treatment, the methods are so different from the accepted medical standard that I feel quite confused. Really? Dr. Haibara attends to his own unique methods, as well as honoring the island's customs using traditional treatment methods. This is especially true for treatments with their own special utensils, some of which would be unthinkable in other hospitals. What leaves me in even greater discomfort is the language used in these hospitals, which bears no resemblance of proper medical terminology. Patients in the progressed state show fear of mirrors, water, or other items that are able to reflect their faces. Oh no. Judging from their behavior, there must be moments where the patient feels that it's not his or her face that's reflected in the mirror. On this island, this is called budding, and this word is used in the hospital as a regular term. Furthermore, a state called blooming is feared the most. I can see double is. I can see that. Don't fool me. Anyway, I don't know what kind of state this is, but everybody reacts strongly to impales at the word blooming. Apparently, the story goes that only the person who is budding can see their own face in this budding state. Of course, the sense of the word is not just to have budded. Jesus Christ, these words. Upon seeing the face of another more severe patient, the symptoms seem to be transferred, which is called resonance. But surely this can't be so extreme. It's simple to imagine, but there might be a contagious form of Luna's Sadata syndrome. Sadata syndrome. Fuck, I fucked it up already. Anyway, and now, starting from tomorrow, Dr. Haibara is letting me do the preparations. I wonder what the so-called ceremony of passage treatment method is like. What am I supposed to do? All of this leaves me quite concerned. It should. Anyway, there is one more thing I can go ahead and grab, and it's inside this room here, which happens to be a box. And this box is a puzzle box. It is a cloudy moon box. It has 2 things missing. A waxing moon and a waning moon thing. We can tell where this is going. We have one key, we need the other key. Now, I could go over to this door over to my right and, you know, move on. But we can't interact with that beeping device there, and we do get something out of it. We could easily avoid doing it. We can just not go to it at all. But I really want to show you it right now. Yep, that just happened. Just a bunch of noise. You know what else? Someone is here. It's the fucking doctor. So, remember that flashlight thing I told you about? That he has that as a weapon? Well, what he likes to do with it is he appears and then tries to blind you with it. Now, you can get rid of it by flashing him. But as you can see, him blinding you doesn't really do much. He doesn't even try to attack you after that. It's just, it doesn't damage you, it just blinds you. And yeah, it's just really weak. In fact, even if you are blinded, it takes a few seconds to go away, but as you'll soon see, it doesn't do anything for us. I can't even attack him here, so yeah. So as you can see, I'm blinded now, but I can still see. It's not harder to see, it's just, yeah, it's more brighter. Like, it's really easy to avoid. Unfortunately, this room is very small. Unless you go inside the walls. I think he came up to me and got 1,000 damage getting close to me. So as you can see, the closer you are, the more damage you deal. And that was 1,000 fucking damage from him being right up close to me. So the strategy for using this character here with his flashlight is get as close to the enemy as possible and then start chaining. You'll deal a lot of fucking damage and you'll kill every ghost in no time. Even if he fucking tries to blind up his flashlight, it doesn't mean shit. Just be careful with walls. Walls suck. Anyway, red crystals. And here's the thing. There's an item we have to try and find down here. And the problem is, there are two problems actually. One of it is finding it, and the other one is after acquiring it. But first... And now we have a ghost to take a picture of. Okay, so here's the thing. There's an arm on that stretcher there. And the thing is, my flashlight goes over it quite a few times. You can see it. However, I'm not looking directly at it. Now I am. There's gonna be a worse item later on, don't worry. But here's the thing, if I grab this, I also get this item inside the box, which is an encrypted memo. Now, this is a solution to a puzzle, and I'm gonna tell you what it says at the bottom for this, because it is a clue to this. The match of the full moon, the sides of the square. This is a math thing, I guess. But here's the problem. Now that I have this, if I go back the way I came, the game crashes. So don't go the way back. Make sure you got the key before then. And it'll be fine from there. Just go inside of here and solve this puzzle. That is a bad glitch, by the way. I'm glad I avoided it. Anyway, ghost. You better keep walking, motherfucker. Anyway, moving on forward. Inside of here are a few things I can go and get and grab. One of them is a readable. Another thing is a blue crystal. It is the item of problem. And the last thing is the puzzle. First, let's start some reading. Let's just get right back on that fucking reading kick, baby. Yeah, Dr. Haibara's notes. My family has been protecting and continuing the ritual, acting as head priest. At the same time, they have fought against the lunar Sadata syndrome as spiritual healers. As for me, I protect the teachings of the Haibara family and have built a hospital to treat patients of lunar Sadata syndrome, researching it from a medical perspective. I believe it's my mission to research lunar Sadata using a combination of traditional and medical methods. What else, dude? This inhabitants of this island once tackled investigations into the human soul with their own original methods. One of these methods was the Kakura mask. In the Kakura dance, the Otsuwa, which means vessel, wears a mask, listens intently to the music, and loses herself within it. The Kanade's mask regulates the rhythm and beat of the dance. It's going to be very hard for me to say those two words, Kanade and Utsuwa. By wearing the mask, various parts of the human brain are simulated. This is truly interesting. The possibility of the mask having power over the brain must be explored. The door to that, as yet untouched area, is now open. This was once the ultimate end of the Regetsu Kakura dance. No, it was like the ceremony passed its true form. The ceremony is a potent way to enter the mind's abyss, but because it was a cause of disaster, the ceremony has been started for a long time, become taboo. Oh no. The terrible tradition of disaster. However, in order to overcome this illness, we must venture into taboo. The lunar eclipse occurs once every 10 years. The opportunity to perform it again must not escape. We have no time. I believe there's one more thing I have to read after this. I'm really done with all the reading, don't worry. Actually, no, I don't think we're done. I think, yeah, we have one more thing to read. So yeah. We're nearly done of the reading. I'm looking around, by the way. There is something I have to look at. It's not showing up. I'm doing the puzzle first. The puzzle, by the way, I'm not entirely sure how you can actually solve this without actually understanding what the fuck the puzzle hint is. But I'll give this solution. It is 2, 7, 6. If you can figure out what the fuck that means, good job. Just to give you another hint, think of it as Sudoku. That's all I can give you there. Just think of Sudoku. Anyway, around here is the item I'm looking for. It's on this shelf, and now it shows up. You can see the fucking problem. And what do I get for it? 3 blue crystals. I'll be taking that. Anyway, for doing that puzzle, we've unlocked a door that's over at a, I guess a shelf. I'm gonna upgrade my power right now, bring it to level 2. And I'm not gonna upgrade that anymore. I'll probably upgrade the charge, maybe? Or maybe the combo thing, if anything. But that is going to do it for upgrading the fucking power. I'm gonna keep the rest of it for upgrading the power for everybody else. Anyway, after closing that, we can now use that as a door, and inside is a secret passage. In which our character here reacts about it. It's a secret passage, dude. Just go inside. But as we go down the stairs inside this area, you will end up having to do one more fucking ghost fight. So, just shoot him. Done. Anyway, moving on. There's some stuff to collect here. 2 of these is blue crystals. This one is 5 of them. The other one's free. And our final readable of this chapter is over on the table at the other side from here. This is where the last blue crystals are. There you go. Okay, are you ready for more reading? It's our last reading this part, thank fuck, but there was a lot of reading this part, so you can kind of tell how much I hated that. Here we go. Currently, the most promising treatment method is surgery. It's a treatment that works by adding or removing direct stimuli to the brain. At first, because of its experimental nature, we had to overcome, wait for it, many difficulties, but since we started seeing results, it is nearing its establishment as an effective treatment method. However, a few days ago, just when we thought the surgery was successful, we had an unfortunate fatality. Oh no. What could it be? Having lost his memory and becoming an empty shell, the patient died, but then his face turned into a bizarre shape. I immediately dissected it, but it was a clear sign of blooming. Oh no. The actual cause of the failure is unknown. Research on surgical treatment must be continued, but the blooming must be avoided. That disaster remains fresh in island folklore. The day of that suffering cannot be repeated. And that is all the reading I have to about for the entire part. Thank fucking God. I had to read so much shit. Anyway, down the stairs we go. There's one more item we have to find, and the walkthrough says to look down at the spot and wait a few seconds for it. Why is the game like this? I don't even know where the spot was. So, jump cut. There it is. What is it? It's important. It's the Pierce lens. What is the Pierce lens again? Can I please pause? Thank you. The Pierce lens significantly increases your attack. It's essentially the burst lens, but upgraded. So, we'll be needing that. And we'll also put that on as well. I don't know how to swap, but I'll put it on anyway. So, now we're going to move on forward and end this chapter by going up to this door over here and opening it for quite a long cutscene to play out. This is the end of Chapter 3.
このエレベーター、ここに繋がっていたのか。俺はあの時この隠された場所を見つけた。お母さんに頼まれてきた。もう安心だ。
嫌い子。
ここにはルカはいない。灰原もどこなんだ。
So yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it? And that is all of our playable characters too, so now we go through all the ones we can play as. Except for the one in the prologue, she is dead. Now here's the thing, I fucked up here, but you can say it as you want to, I'm not going to. But here's the thing, after this, it is now going to do like a backstory thing of the chapters we've already done. Because now we're going back to the character from the first chapter. It's not going to tell us about what happened in the first chapter. We already know what happened. I can skip this shit. But after this, we're going to get ourselves a nice little cutscene involving this. So yeah, with Ruka again. She is the main character, by the way. So she is the one of most importance. That is why she was the first for me to upgrade. I'm keeping the fucking thing on the infinite one right now. And I'm not going to upgrade any lens or anything right now. I'm going to keep all of that on its own. However, next time on Fatal Frame 4, we are going to be going through Chapter 4. It's all 4 from here, baby. And Japan, 4 means death. So, fun. And we still have a medicine, thank fucking God. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time for Chapter 4.